friends, hope you guys are doing good. So today I thought I would do like a really fun Instagram baddie kind of makeup look. And this look has been around for a little while, and I've done a few baddie style makeup looks on my Instagram as posts, but today I thought I'd film one and show you guys how I would do a Instagram baddie look. So yeah, it's like really fun and very like snatched kind of makeup. So if you're interested to see how I did this look, then keep watching.
My face is primed and ready to go, so I'm starting with my Toofaced Born This Way concealer and putting this as the base on my eyes for the eyeshadows and blending this all out with my fingers. This concealer is really nice and pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way and it's a great canvas for the eyeshadows. So for this look, I'm using two Colourpop eyeshadow palettes, the Kathleen Light Dream Street and the iluvsaraahi Through My Eyes. So firstly, with the light peachy shade from the Dream Street, I'm using this all over the eyes to kind of set that concealer. Next, using a fluffy brush, I'm going with the dark peachy orange shade Euphoric from the Sarahi palette in my crease in a windshield wiper motion. Then taking the flatter fluffy brush and using brownish shade Nostalgia in the outer corner of the eyes and building up the intensity of this look slowly. Now I'm taking the dark brown shade from the Dream Street and concentrating this on the outer corners of the eyes. Kind of creating that outer wing shape with the eyeshadows. Going in with another brush to blend the shades and diffuse them a bit. Back with that Nostalgia shade and placing that towards the middle of the eyes a bit. It's pretty much just back and forth until I get the shading the way I want in a nice gradient kind of way without looking too muddy. And the key to that is using different brushes. So using that light peach shade again and highlighting above the crease to soften the edges. So for this look, I'm sort of creating a half cut crease with a bit of that concealer and placing this in the inner third of the eye with an angled brush. This is so that the eyeshadow that I put on top will be more intense and have something to cling onto. This kind of cut crease look is quite popular in that Instagram snatched makeup. Sort of blending the concealer again with the rest of the shadows. All takes a little bit of time and patience to make it all work together. I'm cleaning the fallout under the eye area with the makeup wipe and sort of creating a bit of a sharper edge to the outer corners of the eyeshadows. I'm spraying my brush with the Urban Decay setting spray and using the shimmery color Mesmer-eyez for the lids. It's kind of a dark orangey, brownish, shimmery shade. Using that on, placing that in the inner third of the eye and the middle area. Using that spray again to make the next eyeshadow more intense as well. So this is a really pretty yellow mustard color called Wild Soul, and I'm placing this in the inner corner for that really intense pop in that area. I actually decided that I wanted the inner corner to be shimmery, so I'm using the color Honey from the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette and laying this on top of that matte yellow shade that I just put on. Really intensifying that yellow pigment. Okay, so the eyeshadow work is almost done, so I'm going with that concealer under my eyes and sweeping upwards to clean up that outer corner area. Blending that with my fingers and using a clean fluffy brush to soften it all out a bit. Using the angle brush again, I'm going in with that concealer to sort of sharpen up that eyeshadow on the outer corner. It's really a lot of back and forth with different tools and the fingers and stuff. I'm taking that concealer again under the eyebrows, again to clean up that upper area of the eyeshadows and making the brows a little bit sharper of a highlight in that area. Softening that with that lighter peachy shade to highlight under the brows. Okay, so for the eyeliner, I'm using my MAC Kohl eyeliner and just using that in the waterline, both lower and upper. I'm sort of taking that black line in the inner corner and the outer corners and kind of winging it a bit. I do this all the time pretty much, so it's kind of a habit. For the lower eyes, to balance out the eyeshadows, I'm taking the dark brown shade from the Dream Street on a small dense brush and smoking out that lower lash line. I'm also combining the Nostalgia and the Euphoric shades as well as the lighter peach shade to diffuse the lower lash line out, a bit like the gradient kind of effect. Now onto the face makeup. With my L'Oreal True Match foundation, I'm going all over my face with this and blending it all into the skin with the Morphe buffing brush. I'm really working the foundation into the skin in small layers. So using my fingers to spread, then blending it out with the brush. It takes a bit of time to work this all in, but going in quite slowly so that I get that really smooth finish. Not forgetting that neck area. Now for that intense snatched contouring, I'm using a dark brown shade to cut the cheeks and shape the nose. Normally I wouldn't use a powder this dark, but because this is an Instagram look, it needs to be a bit extra so it captures well in the photo. In reality, this would be way too intense. The dark brown would be really intense. So I'd probably usually go with more of a lighter taupey brown. So to warm up the cheeks a bit, I'm using my Aladdin bronzer from MAC and sort of placing that onto the outer corners of the cheeks. For blush, I'm going with my Colourpop Supershock in Quarters. It's a matte burnt peachy color. It's a creamy texture, so I'm dabbing it on first, then blending it with the brush. For brows, I'm using the Maybelline Slim Brow Pencil first to fill in and darken the shape of my brows and sort of like intensify the shape, and then going in with the dark brown cool toned eyeshadow to sort of emphasize the shape of the brows. And so these kind of intense eyebrows balance out the full-on eyes, so it all kind of works together. It would be really crazy if I did my brows like this on the daily. Setting that all in place with a clear brow gel. Then using like a spoolie to sort of blend that in a bit and make it all work together. Taking my concealer again to clean up that upper brow area and make the shape more sharp. Now for liquid liner, I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner for that winged eyeliner and holding my breath for this part, pretty much. I realize this isn't the best eyeliner to use, and it's really tricky to get it looking smooth, but I couldn't find my pen liner, so I just had to use this one. It's taking me so long to do this because it's really, really tricky. Going in really slowly. I thought I'd try with the left hand, which obviously didn't work. I had no idea this particular liner was going to be this hard to use. I really did not want to mess that up. At least it's like really dark and pigmented, so it's fine. I'm fixing that area up again. Five hours later, cleaning up the outer corner with that concealer to make the edge sharper. Going in with my Essence Lash Princess mascara and coating the top and bottom lashes and fanning them out with the spoolie of my eyebrow pencil. This kind of separates the lashes that have clung together, I guess. Time for falsies. This part is very tricky. I ended up placing them on with my hands rather than fiddling around with the tweezers. Using the mascara to blend the two together with my natural lashes. Just making that inner corner yellow a bit more saturated so it really pops. For that really intense Instagram highlight, I'm using the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator to highlight the tops of my cheeks and down the nose. This has a lot of pigment in it, so normally I would mix this with my foundation, but for photos, this works really well to give that glassy highlight. Yay, on to the final step, lips. So combining all of these, the Nars lip liner in Borneo, the Tarte mini lip paint in BADDIE, the Stila liquid lipstick in Signo, and then topping it all off with my Elizabeth Arden gold shimmer gloss. So again, like we did with the eyeshadows, a lot of back and forth for the lips as well. So with that liner, overdrawing my lips slightly and then using the Tarte lipstick as well as the Stila one. This is to kind of get that Kylie Jenner-esque look a little bit. I'm cleaning up the outer edges with that concealer again to make the lips really stand out and look full. That was me realizing it's been 43 minutes. Topping off the lips with that shimmery gloss. Now setting it all in with my Too Faced loose setting powder and dusting that mainly under my eye area, but also all over the face lightly.
So that's pretty much it for my Instagram baddie kind of makeup look. Hope you guys liked this. I wish I could wear this much, like loads and loads of makeup like this every day, but that would take me way too long. Might be a little bit too crazy for work. Like I wear like 2% of this much makeup every day. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look and let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!